Hey guys, here at osmvdxreviews.com. You're watching a retro review of the Sangean DT300VW pocket radio device. This device came out quite a while back, but it still is a pretty impressive little radio, especially if you're just looking for a solid radio that provides both FM and AM tunes. Also, it has a built-in speaker in addition to having that 3.5mm headphone jack, and it also receives signal from NOAA certified emergency broadcast channels. So it is an emergency TV weather radio in addition to being an entertainment-based one. And it's also made out of metal/plastic and has a clock timer built on in, so you can use it as an alarm clock, and quite a large host of features. Now, the most shocking thing about the Sangean for me is that something that looks like this I expect to be around $20 to $30, right? But this is actually priced at around $80 when it was first released. You can still purchase it now, but on Amazon.com it's currently selling for $150. Apparently, Sangean radios are a little bit more expensive than your traditional radios because, again, they have that emergency weather built in, and also a lot of users have applauded the company for presenting a very large wealth of features in addition to having very good signal reception, especially on FM radio bands that have little to no static and have a lot of channels and a lot of entertainment options to offer. So again, pretty interesting in terms of that. Let's take a look at hardware. Again, the front plate is made out of metal, so it feels pretty good in the hand. We have a speaker on the front. The speaker is only a 1-inch in diameter speaker, so it's not the best sounding speaker out there, which is why I would prefer using the 3.5mm headphone jack to the speaker. But if you do want to play music, perhaps at a party or something, this is a nice option to have. Over here we have an LCD display. Note that the screen is not backlit, so that if you are really stuck in your car, and if you're in a storm or something, and you're in an emergency, it's going to be a little bit hard to operate this thing because it doesn't have a backlight for you to read things very clearly. It's a monochrome screen though, and the contrast rate is excellent, so it's readable at, even at extreme angles, which is always nice to see. Down below here we have some band options and a mono alarm option to set the alarm clock using the speaker. And in terms of selecting channels back and forth when the radio is turned on, we would use these knobs to turn the signals and also change channels. There are two buttons on the top here that are dedicated to selecting different buttons when we're changing the alarm clock, and the memory key also for saving our favorite channels in terms of our favorite alarm channels on the product. On the left-hand side of the device, we have access to a selection that toggles between the speaker and our 3.5mm headphone jack, so you can change those accordingly. The top of the device houses the volume control, which is louder and then softer as you go like this. We also have adjustment for locking the device. For example, if the product is turned on to a radio channel and I don't want to accidentally hit something in my pocket, I can lock this thing like on an MP3 player, and it's not going to accidentally hit any keys in the future. You can see that there's a key button now on the screen. There's also a tuning LED or LED indicator on the front, so when I am tuned into a good signal on a good channel, it's going to turn red to indicate that I am getting a good reception for a particular channel. Also on the top here, we have the power on and off button for turning the device on and off. Pretty tactile and pretty easy to press. Most buttons are risen above the surface, so they are easy to feel their way around even in darker conditions. On the back, we don't have anything except for some more information, and behind the back cover, this device takes two AAA batteries, and battery life lasts around a few months, so it is a solid battery life product. So let's turn the device on. When the device is turned on, you won't be able to see the clock anymore, which is unfortunate. But turning the device on, you can see it's automatically going to select to a channel. And right now we don't have a reception in channel 520 on our AM network, so it's automatically going to turn off the LED light. If I keep on going back and forth, when I finally find an AM channel, it's going to automatically turn red and show us that it's working. You can see that it's pretty good reception, especially since we're indoors and we're in a pretty busy city street right now, so good reception. You can turn the volume down or louder, and you can see that it gets quite loud too, so it's great for sharing with other people using the speaker. Again, earphones are going to be your best bet if you want really good sound quality on this product. I can also select and toggle between different modes, and again tune to different stuff and change the band from AM to FM and etc. So it's pretty easy to use overall, and pretty impressive as well. Again, FM tends to be a little bit better, so it's found a channel right here. Then it would play back this channel. Right now we're still a little bit shaky, so the light hasn't been fully indicated. It seems to be a little bit better, so the light is now fully red instead of flickering, which means we have a good reception. So that's pretty much the features of that. So now let's lock the device into place so that we don't accidentally hit something and it's not going to do anything else when we're using the product. Let's turn it on again and turn the device off, just like so, and the clock will come back on. So overall, the Sangean is a very solidly built, emergency radio. It's a nice radio just to have around. If you are in the market for something like this, this is definitely something you should consider. It has a lot of features that is great to have around, especially as a backup tool. Again, if you're stuck in a storm or something, the 4-band receiver on here, and especially the fact that it receives NOAA certified emergency broadcast in very good resolution and very good clarity, I should say, is a must-have feature for cars and just for keeping around the house. So overall, a very interesting look back at this product. Again, it's still quite expensive, which I find very shocking. So if you find something like this at on eBay or something for a significantly less in its retail price, you should definitely pick this one up. Thanks for watching here at osandvtxreviews.com.